Thomas's Wooden Adventures, Episode 20, Amateurs. So, what am I meant to be doing again, sir? You're here to meet a new engine and tow him around the island. I know, but it's the middle of the night. Can't I get some sleep? No. Fine. Anyway, what is this engine's name again? Lewis. Nice name. Hopefully the name will match the locomotive. Look, Gordon, you're a pompous engine sometimes, but just please behave. He's brought an owner with him who's an old friend of mine, so I'm by the name of Henry Fowler. How's he still alive? Plot convenience. Oh, I see. Anyway, when's he arriving again? Just then, an LMS whistle sounded out in the distance. Oh, great, a Midlander. Just then, steaming into view was a London Midland Scottish Railway Patriot class. Hello there, everybody. Pleasure to meet you all. My name's Lewis. Evening, Sir Topham. Henry, lovely to see you again. Thank you for loaning me Henry, by the way. It's good to have him as a permanent resident now. No problem. No trouble whatsoever. The two express engines glared at each other. What's wrong with you two, then? Nothing. Nothing. The two engines scowled at each other. For Christ's sakes, what's the matter, honestly? He's a Midland engine. Racist? What's wrong with Midlanders? That's what I'd like to know, said Henry Fowler. Anyway, sir, so with Lewis, would you like to loan him, or would you just like to straight up buy him? I think you should just get rid of this Midlander. How dare you? Said Lewis. I am a Patriot class. Show me some respect. What's your nameplate say? Lousy LMS engine? No, it says Duke of Sutherland. Duke of Sutherland? I thought it was Duchess. Have a sex change, did you? That's completely vulgar and absolute hogwash. How dare you? Right, settle down, you two. Good God, Henry, I'm truly sorry about this. Gordon is like this often, but never like this. Just then, Douglas puffed in. All right, what's the commotion here? Lewis? Douglas? What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? I was transferred here years ago. Like 70 years ago. What are you doing here? I think I'm being bought. Really? It'd be lovely to have you here. I don't think so, said Gordon. You think about taking over the Express or the Wild Nor'Wester. Right. Gordon, I've had enough of your vulgar behaviour. Go to the sheds immediately. Oh, sorry, Henry. Good grief. I should think so. Right. Okay, I'll go sort out the paperwork. Right. Go to your sheds, Gordon. Fine. Bloody Midlanders. Douglas, since you seem to know, Lewis, is it? Aye, that's his name. Yes. Would you mind showing him around the island? I'd love for him to. No problem at all, sir. I'll get right to it. Come on, Lewis, let's get going. Right, see you later, sir. Bye-bye, then. This could end badly, said the Fat Controller as he walked away to find Henry. Right, where to, then? I think we should go to the sheds. It's been a long night. Ugh, the same sheds Gordon is staying in. I'm afraid so. Right, come on then, let's get going. Right behind you. So the two Midlanders puffed away. That night at the sheds, all the engines were chatting. Lovely to have another LMS on the island, said Percy. We don't have many here. Well, except for us three, said James. I concur. Oh, well, it's lovely to meet you, Lewis. What class did you say you were again? I'm an LMS Patriot, also known as a Big Scot. I thought it was a Baby Scot. Oh, yes, sorry. It's a shame, though, about the Royal Scots, that only one of them is preserved. It's disgraceful. But we Baby Scots carry along the legacy, I suppose. Yes, well, anyway, How long will you be staying here, Lewis? I'm a permanent resident now, I believe. I think I'll be taking a new express service that has started up between London and Knapford. I thought that was Pip and Emma's train, said Percy. Well, yes, but my train is a non-stop express. It's a direct service. You see, Pip and Emma's service, I believe, stops at Crewe. It goes around the Crewe line. My train goes straight through Carlisle, past Newcastle, and straight into London. I see. Very clever, said Percy. Indeed. Now, we shall get a good night's sleep, I think. Very well, then, said Gordon, backing into his own siding. Right, good night, everybody. Night, Lewis. What a strange engine. I heard that. Right, good night. The next morning, the Fat Controller had arrived to give a special job to Lewis. Lewis, you are now a permanent resident on the island. Henry Fowler has negotiated the terms. And to celebrate that, you will be taking a special rail tour between Vickerstown and Knapford. Splendid, sir. Will it just be me? Yes. Now, the train will be due out in about half an hour, so I suggest you get going. Right on it, sir. Later, everybody. Goodbye. Lewis was readied in the station and ready to depart. Everyone had got on board the train to witness the LMS marvel of engineering. Lewis set out the station. But what will happen with his rail tour? Why, that is a story for next week.